All right, I want to welcome everybody to our first leadership Zoom call for the UK team and the leadership team. And I know I talked to Myra earlier today. She's trying to join us, but she may or may not be able to. So I want to welcome Eric and Gabriel, Jennifer, Joe, let's see, that's Letty and Bong. All of you are leaders, and I want to welcome you to today's call. What an exciting time Saturday. Why don't we start out by just having a few shares for those of you that were at the event. Gabriel was not able to join us. Miles was there, which I'm glad she was there. But any comments or what are your takeaways from that event? And just go ahead and speak up.
Yes.
Right. One of the sort of big takeaways from my point of view, I listened to the sort of various people from who've been doing Isagenix for a few years, and it's amazing the amount of progress they've made. We listened to several people who've made over $1 million within the company. So for me, the potential is huge. And when you consider we're opening up now a new country, that's amazing. You know, we're right at the beginning, of an expansion stage. Not just into this country, into Europe as well. So for me, that was one of the biggest sort of points I came away with. There was one more, and that's company approach to things. It seems almost like a family company. The company is a £1 billion company, £1 billion a year turnover. And everything seems so friendly. It was almost like a family affair. So that's some of the major impressions that I got, in addition to the money-making capability on it.
Excellent, Eric. Thank you. Jennifer, you were there. What was your biggest takeaway? What did you like most?
I like most is the product. The product is really effective, especially for those who are aiming for weight loss. So it's really good to share. And also the pay plan. I love the pay plan.
Excellent. Did you say the people or the pay plan?
Pay plan.
The pay plan rocks. When you really understand that pay plan, it is amazing. It's without a doubt the best pay plan out there. We got the great company. We've got great leadership both at the company level and on our team. I sent most of you a video, a short 90-second video where Herb and Patty Cepeda, our upline, is basically a 90-second video about their excitement about the UK. They are our upline, and they are the #1 income earners in the entire company. So the people you heard on stage, those people are phenomenal, but our upline is #1 in the whole company. Just amazing. So thank you, Jennifer. Look forward to work with you. Joe, we went to the event in Birmingham. It was quite a bit different than the one in London, but same speakers. What was your takeaway from the meeting in Birmingham? Joe, let me unmute you. There you go. Now you're unmuted. Can you say what was your takeaway?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're a little quiet. If you could speak up.
Oh, yeah, I found the couple in their 60s very inspirational. I think the lady's called Diana and the guy was from Birmingham. And when she said, you know, the 60s are the best time of your life, but obviously you've got to have the financial resources to do it. But it did seem like a real family thing. And I like the way they had a lot of speakers, and it was family values really. And you know, the network marketing, it wasn't about jet setting all over the world and sort of showing off and all that sort of thing. It was just about being able to provide for your family and just live a quiet life really in some ways.
Excellent. That's a great takeaway. And that couple you're talking about, David and Irene Miller, they're the couple. They were the first millionaires internationally outside the United States. They were the first millionaires in Australia, and they currently earn $1 million a year, but they were so down to earth and so family oriented. I agree. Of all the speakers, they're the ones that impacted me the most. They basically lost it all in their mid-50s, and quickly with this vehicle were able to rebuild it and now finish their golden years financially free and able to leave a legacy to their children and their children's children. So Joe, I agree with you. That was my biggest takeaway too. That was awesome. Thank you. And Birmingham is wide open for a leader to step up and lead. So I'm glad you're part of the team. Let's go to Letty. Letty, what was your biggest takeaway from Saturday in London?
Well, it was really electrifying because I haven't been to a place like this, like so many people. And Saturday was awesome. And everything, I mean, all the people were saying about this, about the product, and I can't wait to use them and share them with my friends. And really, I'm looking forward to use the product and to be on this business. So I'm going to, I'm trying to encourage all my friends to, pre-enroll so that when May 20 something comes, May 15, I would love them to come and join us. Yep.
Excellent. And Bong, you're the last one. I know you had some significant takeaways from the event. What were some of your biggest takeaways?
Yes, Chuck. I believe the company has really planned it carefully as they launch here in the UK. I can sense that this is a really, a company that we can look forward for a long term haul. And I can also see that the company has invested a lot of money when it comes to investing in our physical office in London. So they are very serious about expanding here in the UK. And one thing that really impressed me also is that we have hired, I think, about 8 or 10 people served as a customer service and sales marketer as well here in the UK. Fantastic support. I think we have the ingredient for success in this kind of company here in the UK.
Great job, Bong. And your leadership is much appreciated on the team, and we recognize that. I see Michael Wieters join us. Michael, do you want to say anything before I carry on?
Yeah, Chuck, I don't know basically what you covered, but I wanted to bring up a couple.
Michael,
things.
I don't know if it's just me, but you're very, very faint. We can barely hear you.
How's this? Is this better?
Not much. Bong,
Okay.
Can you hear him okay?
Not so much, really, to be honest.
Yeah, same here. You're real faint, Michael.
All right, let me see if I can.
That's better.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's getting better now.
Better, Chuck? Can you hear me okay?
You're still very faint.
Okay, maybe there's a number I can call in or something. Maybe I can.
But we can hear you very clear now, Michael.
We can hear you. You're just very faint. If you could speak up a little bit, it'd be easier.
Maybe close.
I'm in my accountant's office, so let me. I wanted to be. So let me close their door here real quick and then speak. So
Yeah, you're coming through loud and clear now. So whatever you're doing now works.
Okay. So a couple things. Number one, Bong. I wanted to. I think Bong's incredibly right. I think he's right on with regards to his analysis really of Isagenix, and it really matches our analysis and what we looked at when we were looking at creating an alliance with them. First and foremost, this is a company that, even though they're 15 years old and they've done almost $1 billion, one of the things that they've done is, and one of the reasons, you might look at companies and you might say, hey, that company's doing almost $1 billion a year right now. It's 15 years old. Why would we look to be able to do something with them? I'm more interested in getting involved with a new company where I perceive that the opportunity might be better. But here's the reality, guys. The reality is about 98% of network marketing companies go out of business in their first 5 years. So they don't even have an opportunity to be able to get to the point where, or they might scale and have a little momentum, but then they don't last. And we've seen that time and time again. One of the things that I was excited about with regards to Isagenix was This is a company that basically is doing $1 billion, will do $1 billion this year. But we believe that this is a company that in the next 36 to 60 months will be a $2 to $3 billion a year company. They've already laid the foundation. You can see by what they're doing when they go into new markets, like, for example, the UK. They got office space in downtown London. They've already, just in freight charges alone, spent over $1 million in freight charges alone to be able to prepare for their launch. And so they're already hiring their people to be able to take care of, from a customer service standpoint, a general manager standpoint, the head of European operations. They've already hired those people before they even open the doors over there. And I think what you're going to see happen is you're going to see that they're going to create some product stories for people's lives and some income stories, which they're going to leverage to be able to expand to the rest of Europe. And so they understand that the UK market is very important to them in being able to execute this right so that they can create those stories and then leverage those stories as they continue their expansion throughout the rest of Europe. So those are some of the things that we're really excited about. And I wish that, we've had some, and I will tell you guys, I mean, I'm at my accountant's right now, and, they, just to let you know, and so at my accountant's, the first thing I walked in the door, they said, who haven't seen me for a while, oh my God, how you lost a lot of weight. I can tell you just in my situation, I signed up as the company basically underneath the leading income earners for that company at the end of January. January 31st is when I signed a contract as a distributor for our company. And literally in 2 months, I've dropped, over 15 pounds, probably about 17 pounds right now. And it's been easy for me, and I feel great, and I feel healthy, and I have the energy, I have more energy. And so I think once you start to see the product stories, and you guys heard a little bit of them from other people outside of the UK, and you see the income stories being generated because of the pre-launch that they did, they really position themselves, to be able to expand and leverage those stories for the rest of Europe too. All I can tell you is, and Chuck sees this is why you can get the excitement basically in his voice. He understands what the opportunity is for you guys right now. That, you're in a pre-enrollment thing. Take the next 30 days or 25 days now, get as many people possible as you can pre-enrolled, and then let us and the company, basically Isagenix, help you get those people involved and start to get them on the product and start to experience the results. But now for the next 25 days, you really have an opportunity to be able to set yourselves up for a long time to come. So take advantage of that opportunity. Chuck has basically said that he's willing to come down. If you guys commit, Chuck's willing to commit and come down basically a couple weeks in advance and help you guys build as well. And then the other thing that you'll start to see, guys, just to let you know, and I had a conversation about this, you're seeing a great breadth of people that are involved with this company. Everything from the baby boomers all the way to the millennials. And you're going to see on this next tour, you're going to see Eric, Eric Coover, who's the son of Kathy and Jim. One of the things, again, the decisions that I made with regards to the alliance with Isagenix was, number one, I knew that this is a company that's going to be a multi-billion-dollar-a-year company. And because of their footprint and because of what they were going to do with the growth and because of their products. I also knew, I saw the breadth of the amount of the different kinds of people that they were attracting. And I also know that with Eric, basically, that this is going to be a company that's in great hands for the next generation and somebody, and so you're going to see, and one of the things is, rather than putting together an alliance for you guys that was going to be with a company that might not be around in 5 to 10 years, this is a company that you're going to see that will be able to provide you a residual income for the rest of your lives. I'm very confident about that. And I think once you get to see Eric and experience basically his passion for the business and his knowledge of the business and what his plans are, I think you guys will feel the same way. So it's really a time frame right now. Make sure you get as many people as possible to the events that Eric's doing and take these next 25 days and get as many people pre-enrolled as possible. and you will definitely set yourselves up for, you know, what you're going to see here, which is going to be phenomenal with Isagenix coming into Europe. So that's all I wanted to say. Chuck, back to you.
Michael, thank you for taking time out from your accountant's office, and that just shows some priority here. We've had Rayon join us. Who is Rayon? Let me unmute you, and maybe you can tell us who you are. Rayon, what's your name, Rayon?
Yeah, my name is Ryan Barnes, and I'm from London.
Excellent. How did you find out about the call today?
I was introduced to it by one of my colleagues at work that is already familiar with the company.
Excellent. Who might that be, please?
Gabriel.
Gabriel. Okay, fantastic. Gabriel. All right, Gabriel, I know you weren't at the event, but you sent your wife Miles, and I'm sure she gave your report. Before we move on to the next segment of our call, tell us a little bit about what you what Miles had to say about the event, please. Let me unmute you. Sorry about that. Go ahead, Gabriel.
Actually, Miles is already here, so yeah. Just go. Yeah. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi, Jack. Good evening. I just arrived.
Oh, hello, Miles. Just in time. Tell us about your biggest takeaway from the event, please, and we're going to move on to our next segment, but I want to hear from you.
Oh, yes. Actually, I just really blown away for what I saw the event, because I know I just only Myra and Letty really encouraged me to really come. And then when I was arrived in the venue, I was blown away because it's only a road show, but I don't expect that a pack of people inside the room. So it's give you a lift to really have a goosebump and what kind of company is this. So I just really learn about the product and about the company and so on, and I was really blown away. It's amazing, and talk to people. In fact, I have a good news to you because I have connected with people around here too with different team, and I have a good news to you. The grand opening will be on 2 days, 24 and 25 of June in Excel Arena. Is a very big, huge center here in London. So it's really amazing. So I can't really control myself to telling people about it. So yeah.
Well, why don't you share real quickly the experience we had at the Chinese restaurant Saturday night, because I think that kind of speaks for itself and the quality of people we're attracting. Can you kind of take everybody through what happened Saturday night as we went out in London? Just share that with the group real quick, and then I'm going to get into the next segment.
Yeah, actually, they're just it's like in eye-catching to them because we are just really focused and really discuss about what is this company and what we are heading to and what are our goal and expectation. And it's for them, it's just like they want to know what is it. It's just like a magnet that they really want to be involved. And I don't expect that even the owner of the restaurant just come and introduce herself and really want to get involved. And I was surprised that he wants to join too. So, and even become my adoptive mom. So it's just like I'm blown away. And then she able to also allow her staff to join us because it's very seldom a Chinese people, and that's elite Chinese people, to get involved, and also her staff to join us. So I was so really impressed and really touched how this company can really bring us. So it's like a really good vibration that this will vary our good journey that we can looking for our freedom.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. All right, let me cover some business here. And I'll try to put this in some notes also. I need all of you, please, to make sure I've got your email address. So send me an email to globalchuck@gmail.com. globalchuck@gmail.com would be the best way. Miles, I know I have yours. But if everybody would just please send me an email, globalchuck@gmail.com, and just let me know if you're on the UK leadership team, and I'll form a special email communication with the leaders. That would be very helpful. Most of you are connected with me on Facebook as friends. I want to encourage all of you to connect with me on Facebook as friends. I will eventually start an Isagenix page, but for now I'm just using my personal Facebook as my Isagenix page. I'm all in. This is my home. This is my future. And so go ahead and just connect with me on Facebook, and I'll be sending you all kinds of information. I put a bunch of pictures and videos up there yesterday. I also want to encourage you to check out teamofhope.com, teamofhope.com. And Bong, if you could type that in the chat for everybody, or Eric, anybody really can, but teamofhope.com. I post a lot of important information there, including our webinar schedule, but I also posted a recording of the product presentation that Dr. Paul did. Thank you, Bong. That's perfect. Teamofhope.com. Presentations like this one here will be posted there. All kinds of great information. So teamofhope.com, I would recommend you subscribe to that, so when I do make a new post, you get that. But that's the best way for me to communicate with the team, is teamofhope.com. Bong has been proactive and started a WhatsApp group for all of us. So I encourage you to get plugged in with Bong in that WhatsApp group for the UK team. And Bong, once again, we appreciate your leadership. I also want all of you to go to besetfreelife.com. And Bong, if you don't mind typing that in too, that'd be great. besetfreelife.com, and register for that. And then once you get approved, which won't take but a little while, you'll start to get information from our upline leader, Herb and Patty Cepeda. Thank you, Bong. That's perfect. Be Set Free. I'm sorry, it's not For Life. I'm sorry, that's my bad. When I saw it, it didn't look right. It's besetfreelife.com. So type that in again. My mistake. It's besetfreelife.com. Besetfreelife.com. Thanks, Bong. So those are the important sites I want you to be checking out. And then I want you to really encourage everybody in your team, whether they're brand new pre-enrollees or whether they're leaders. Bong, Raphael would be a good example. But everybody that you know, get them on tomorrow night's call. Bong and Joseph and Janet and Remy asked us to do 3 of these Zoom calls a week. So effective immediately, we're doing that. We did one tonight, obviously. This is for leaders. But then tomorrow starts the calls for you to invite your guest. They'll be at 9:30 p.m. And they're going to be Thursday, Saturday, and Monday. Monday, Thursday, and Saturday every week until further notice. But I want to encourage you to use these calls to get all your new people and all your guests. The goal will be to get them all pre-enrolled, which I think you'll see very quickly that if you get them on that Zoom call, we'll get them enrolled for you. And then after they're enrolled, we're going to train them. So that's what we're going to do every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. And on teamofhope.com, if you go there, you'll see the links for those meetings. And if you'll send me your email address, I will email remind you of those particular meetings. Now, here's a couple things that I want to talk about for our minutes here. Now I'm going to open up for any questions you might have. But I want you to know that they projected to have about 4,000 people pre-enrolled. As of Thursday night, they had 11,100, and over 100 applications, pre-enrollments are coming in per day. So they're growing very, very rapidly, and that pace is actually picking up. And so they've more than quadrupled their projected pre-launch numbers. That's one of the reasons they pushed the actual launch back a couple weeks, because they had to get a lot more product in here because it's growing so much faster than projected. That is a good thing. As Michael said, there's going to be tremendous success stories that are generated, both with the product and with the compensation plan. You all are in a position to be the leaders in the UK. We believe you have what it takes to be those leaders. And so here's the challenge that Michael and Herb Cepeda and myself put out for all of you as leaders. We want to see our team in the UK add 100 new people to the team by Sunday night. So by Sunday night, by the time we close business Sunday night, which officially is midnight New York time or New York, East Coast time here in the United States, midnight Sunday night is the official close of business Sunday. I know that's what's 5 a.m. for you in the UK, so you're not probably working a whole lot between midnight and 5 a.m. But what we want to do is we want to add 100 people to the team between now and Sunday night midnight. Now, I think that is very conservative and very realistic. Others think it's aggressive. I want you to agree with me that it's conservative and realistic. Miles, you said you were talking to a lot of people, getting a lot of people enrolled. Give us an idea on what we can expect from you and Gabriel combined between now and midnight Sunday night. What do you guys think you can personally do between now and midnight Sunday night? Miles and Gabriel?
Trying to do 50, come on.
We just really try our best, Chuck.
I know you will, but I'm trying to get a number so I know how many new people I have to go out and recruit or who I'm helping the most. So can you give me an idea? 5, 6, 3, 10? What do you think? What do you really think?
Or 20 more.
We can do like 20.
20 personally?
Yeah.
I believe you can too. All right, let's go to Letty. Letty, how many do you think? You've got 7 or 8 friends coming over Saturday that have already agreed to pre-enroll. So in addition to them, how many do you think you can have by Sunday night midnight? I'm sorry, let me unmute you. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Letty.
Around probably 20.
20 personally?
Yeah.
I agree. Joe, in I want to say Birmingham because that's where we met, but I know you're not in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Where are you exactly?
You Sherman.
Joe, I got you muted too. I'm sorry. I muted everybody so we can have no background noise. Joe, how many do you think you can have by Sunday night midnight, ma'am?
I don't know. I'll get any by the weekend.
I'm sorry. Could you speak up a little bit and say it again?
I don't think I'll get any by the weekend.
I can't hear you. I got background noise. My wife's in the cooking in the room cleaning dishes. Could you say it again real loud for me?
Yeah, I said I don't think I'll get any by the weekend.
Can you type it in chat? Can someone else understand? I'm having trouble here. Bong, could you understand how many she said?
No.
She didn't think she was going to have any by the weekend, Chuck.
Okay. I was hoping that was not what I was hearing. All right, Joe. Let's go to Jennifer. Jennifer, how many do you think you'll have by Sunday midnight, ma'am? Jennifer, I got to unmute you.
She's muted.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. Jennifer, how many do you think you'll have by midnight Sunday?
I'll give maybe 10.
All right, can I put that down as a firm 10?
Yes.
Thank you. And I understand you can't control that. All you can do is set a goal and then work your best to achieve it. I understand that. Rayan, I know you're new, and you can decide whether to be a leader right away or come on as a leader later. But the pre-enrollment process is very important. It's free. How many do you think you will be able to pre-enroll by Sunday midnight, sir?
Yeah, I think maybe 3 or 4.
3 or 4. That's great for a new person. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Let's see who I'm forgetting. Bong, I'm saving you, brother. I'm not forgetting you. Jennifer, I got. Eric, I'm saving you for last too. So, Bong, how about you, buddy? How many do you think you can do by Sunday midnight, sir?
Yes, I believe I have already told you that when we were having dinner in the Chinatown, about 20. Yeah.
20 by midnight Sunday night. I knew that, but I wanted to get it recorded, so thank you. Eric, I know your goal between now and the end of pre-launch, which is the end of April, April 30th. So how many of those do you think you'll have pre-enrolled by midnight Sunday, sir?
Right. I'm going to set a firm goal of 20 minimum between now and Sunday night. I've got some commitments this week, so I can't, but I'll set a firm goal, 20, and try and surpass that. Aim for maybe 5:30.
Okay, so here's the deal, everybody. Listen carefully. This is so important. With those goals that we just set, we will achieve our 100 by Sunday night midnight. We've got some leaders who are not on this call who also have made firm commitments, and so we can get that done. Here's where the exponential growth comes in, and here's where you become the leader and can have one of those great success stories. And eventually, if your dream is big enough, be one of the $1 million earners with Isagenix. The key is not only achieving your goal personally, but teaching every one of the people that you pre-enroll how they can pre-enroll others. And then, just like I've worked with you, you get them plugged into our calls, you get them plugged into our training, and we set them a minimum goal of 10 in their first 7 days. When, not if, when we achieve 100 by Sunday night midnight, we all work together to encourage our team, our new team, to each do 10 in their first 7 days. And ladies and gentlemen, we're not talking about people spending, thousands of dollars to join a business. We're talking about free pre-enrollment, no obligation, no real firm commitment. And don't prejudge people. You enroll anybody and everybody who will enroll. They're 18 years and older, you enroll them. Let them decide for their own future. But if we get 100 by Sunday night midnight, and we teach that 100 to just get 10 each within their first 7 days, by the next Sunday night, we will then have 1,000 people on our team. Now, please don't let that sound unbelievable, because it is doable. What we just committed as a small group here will do that. I have some other people that I personally enrolled in the UK, and they were working with. So 100 by Sunday midnight is very doable. All of those people get 10 people in their first 7 days, which is also very doable if they're properly trained and coached. By a week from Sunday, we can have 1,000 people in our organization. Now, here's where it gets very, very fun. Because if we will all train those 1,000 to get 10 in their first week, by April 23rd, we can legitimately have 10,000 people on our team. Now, if that sounds unbelievable and crazy to you, okay, but it's not to me. I believe that we can do it. It simply means us doing our job, achieving the 10 to 20 that we commit to this week, and then teaching those to do 10 to 20 in their first week, and then teaching those to do their 10 to 20 in their first week. Now, some won't do 10, some won't do 20. That's why somebody like Eric, who's going to do 200, and others of you that have committed to do more, will make up some of the slack. You will find some people that go out there and get way more than 10. You'll find some that do nothing. But if we can average all of our new people getting 10 in the first 7 days, by the end of April, by the end of the pre-launch, we can legitimately have 10,000 people on our team. If that happens, ladies and gentlemen, you will have some of the biggest success stories in the history of the company.
Email.
And we can make that happen. We can work with you. We can make that happen. Now, Michael Weeder and Herb Cepeda, my mentors, have encouraged me that if we achieve this goal of 100 by Sunday midnight, that I can come back early and help you with the rest of the pre-launch. I want to do that. I want to be there to help you. Now, I'll stay here in the United States in my warm, comfortable home and do this by Zoom. But I think we all know that if I'm there working shoulder to shoulder with you, we can finish April strong and achieve our goal of 10,000. So I want to commend you on stepping up and making those commitments. I now want to task you not to be all talk, but to be all action. Do whatever it takes. People at work, people at church, people at the bowling alley, people wherever you're living your life. Take your pre-enrollment forms, take your phones, and get those people pre-enrolled. But most importantly, as you pre-enroll them, teach them how they too can pre-enroll others, because that's where the duplication takes place and that's where the wealth takes place. Those of you that train others are going to be very, very wealthy. So Bong, I want to go back to you. Any comments after hearing these commitments? What is your feelings about these commitments from the team?
Yes, this is a challenge indeed, Chuck, and we just do our best. We want to hit the target so that you will be able to come back here in the UK.
Well, my goal is if we, and I don't even want to say if, because I know we're going to do it. I'm going to start checking airfares today, and I'm going to be looking to come. I do need some help. If you guys can ask friends and relatives, if there's somewhere I can stay for an extended period of time, or even go from place to place, I don't care. But I really don't want to get in a hotel room for 30 days. But I am willing to come. I'm willing to make that sacrifice. I see this as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity where all of you can set yourselves up financially for the rest of your life. For those of you that do let me stay with you and give me rides to different places, ask Miles what that's like. I will help you enroll people. I'm not afraid to talk to anybody. And so we will make this happen together, but it's a team effort. So Eric, I want to go back to you as one of the other top leaders there. What are your thoughts about these commitments, sir?
I think, as you said, the targets are very, very doable. I'm all in. I'm going to be sort of pushing for it. I've got a slightly longer term target, but between now and Sunday, I'll push to do my part of the 100. Sort of
all right. And lastly, Miles, I want to go to you and give you a chance. What are your thoughts about these commitments and where we're going as a team?
Oh, hi. For me, I learned about the product, and it is really for everyone, because it is a balanced diet, it's a balanced nutrition, and it is backed by science. And you can offer this product to everyone, like 5 years and above, and even for the pregnant expecting mother. So it's I think the market is really wide. It's gigantic market. So only thing is just to inform your customer what is the benefits of it, and also the way how to purchase it. It depends what the goal of the customer. So it's already packed. So if you want to go into diet, or you want to have only for your nutritional food, so it depends what the goal of the customer, so that they can achieve it. That's why they are buying loyal to the company, because they achieve their goal. So I really want to go for it, because I found it really more helpful, because it's really number one for us is our health, which is for everyone needs. At the same time, that's the way their marketing plan is so amazing. Is you don't need to purchase, just to share the product, and also the product is really for the benefits. It's really helps and really achievable the goal of the customer. So there's no way that you pass this opportunity.
Your excitement is. I'm sorry. Your excitement is contagious. I admire all of you so much. Letty, did you want to say anything real quick before I wrap up?
Yeah, only I will say is just learn the product, and so that it's easy for you to say to your customer what it's all about, and also the same time you can also encourage them that this is also one way that you can achieve your, not only for your physically but also financially. That is in order for you to reach freedom, because that is my goal.
I know you're going to achieve it. I have zero doubt. I believe Miles, I told this to you personally, but I believe this. You are going to be one of the first $1 million earners in the UK. I believe that. So, Letty, anything you want to share?
No, I think everyone said everything already, but I'm just so excited, Chuck. So that's it.
Let me close with this. I'm going to turn it over to Michael for any final words. But let me tell you what's going on. Eric Coover is going to be doing a tour in a couple weeks. And that's one of the reasons I want to come back so badly, because you just cannot appreciate how big this is going to be. As good as the last tour was, and we had over 2,000 people attend that tour, this one is going to be 10 times better. Why do I say that? I say that because Eric Coover is under 30 years old, and he relates to the millennials in a way that is unbelievable. And so what I want to encourage all of you to do is not only hit these target numbers that we've talked about, but I want you to start talking to your nieces, your nephews, your grandchildren, if they're 18 and older, your children, your neighbors' children, university students. I want you to specifically target 18 to 35-year-olds and get as many of them to the event on the 22nd in London as possible. And that's what I want to help you do over the next couple weeks. I want to have these calls. I'm available for 3-way calls throughout the day, as is Michael or most days. We are here to help and support you. But don't just focus on the people our age. Focus on them and their children. And if they're old enough, even their grandchildren. But anybody 18 to 35, that is the sweet spot. That is the fastest growing segment in the entire company. Michael and I were just at an event last week in Charlotte. And at that event, that group was growing so fast, and they understand social media so well, they're able to communicate the product stories and the income stories at a level that we can't even comprehend. And so I want to encourage you, meet your commitments, and then also focus on the younger group. And Sunday night, we'll be doing a tally, and if all goes well, I'll be buying my airline ticket, and I'll be coming that week to give a few days before that event to really help you maximize that event for your future freedom, both time and money. Michael Weeder, would you like to say anything in closing, sir?
Just a couple things I want to add, Chuck. First and foremost, what Eric does, again, is he understands the millennials. He is one of them. He set up, a whole social media program for Isagenix around the millennials and has done a great job in attracting it. We've seen that as well. So again, one of the things that I was most excited about was the breadth, really, of the people that are involved in this company. Everything from 19-year-olds to, like I said, baby boomers. The other thing I wanted to mention was that you also have, when you talk about the science behind the
Michael, we just lost you, sir. Michael.
Number 35 in the world with regards to income. They make over $3 million a year. They're incredibly talented. They've got a great support group. So we've positioned ourselves also, not only with regards to the launch of the UK with your positioning, but if you look at who the sponsors are with Sherlock, we've really positioned ourselves well for the future as well. So that's all I wanted to add, Chuck. And again, guys, take advantage of Chuck. Chuck's willing to come down there, spend the time with you guys and help you guys to be able to build the business, to be able to launch the UK. Take advantage of him. So that's all I wanted to say, Chuck.